All right. Anybody disappear?
I can see you guys.
Bucket man?
Can
Okay.
see.
This looks okay. Sure, the whole thing will crash and burn. All right. We got another episode of Only Coach Killers in the Building. And there was a reason why I changed the format to Only Coach Killers in the Building. We have another testimonial of reality saying that the front office is out of their fucking mind at the Denver Broncos, paying Gregory $70 million. And out of all these content creators, there was one platform, two platforms that was saying, maybe three. I don't know if you were with us at that time, but man, I'm not sure. But there was a couple of platforms anyway that was saying, what the hell is the front office doing this time paying? And I'm going to leave the links. You think we're making this up? We were the ones that we said this is insane, paying this guy $70 million. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, there were Dallas fans saying the same thing. You're out of your mind. Elway, of course, this is all the Elway and Elway's front office people that they're still there, by the way. So we took so much shit. You can go. I'm going to leave the links, and you can read that. And of course, these people have put their tail between their legs and have ran off, as they always do. They, tell us how dumb we are, and then of course they've got egg all over their face, and at the end of it all, because they're trying to support this stupid front office that needs to get flushed out. Now, I'm going to say just one thing. I'm going to let you guys just take over. Is that Gregory does have one valid argument, and he probably went off, and I wouldn't blame him for doing it, is that he ain't alone. He ain't alone. You could point to a lot of other people that need to get out. Just need, and on offense as well, by the way, not just defense. And this is going to be well, you could go on and tell us about, this needs to be a trend. So go ahead and you talk about a trend that needs to continue.
So I hope that I hope this is a sign of more to come. I'm not satisfied with just Randy Gregory going. He's a symptom of much more problems. The next two that need to go: Justin Simmons, Portland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, Mike McGlinchey, Alex Singleton, Josie Jewell, Zach Allen. Even they need to get this roster. And if they're going to be serious about doing that, they should be looking like I should be reading Jerry Jeudy's on the trade block, everybody. And if they're not traded, release their asses, because they're not gonna contribute for long-term success. They're not going to contribute for long-term success. They suck. They're overrated. They're John Elway players. Jerry Jeudy has that John Elway immunity for now. But I think Sean Payton had said himself that he's going to play the best players no matter how much they make or where they were drafted.
What does that mean? The best players?
So I want to see action behind that statement. Because when Caden Stearns is back, he's the best safety on the roster. So he's a case of the best guy on the bench because of politics in Denver. Even with Russell Wilson, Jarrett Stidham runs this offense better than Russell Wilson does, but he's on the bench. I want to see action behind your words, Sean Payton. Getting rid of Randy Gregory isn't enough. It's not enough. There's a long list of players that need to go right now, and in the offseason more that need to go. But this better not be the only player I see released, because Denver is going to get their asses kicked by the Jets this week. We have Broncos Avenue talking about how they're going to make a push back to the playoffs. That because they beat it.
Of course, Broncos Avenue would say.
Like if they beat the Jets, and I think they could split one with the Chiefs. They're 3-3 heading back to the playoffs. After watching that game,
did I forget everything I even saw in the last week? This is the last game. I just forgot it all.
He's like Jerry Jeudy is like always wide open, and he needs the ball. He could be a top 3 receiver. The Broncos just aren't using him. He sucks. He jogs on his routes.
Broncos Avenue is an extension of the front office grasping for straws.
Oh yeah, Can't wait to see how they spin this Randy Gregory story, because they were the ones saying that Randy Gregory was a great signing. My huddle, you said Randy Gregory was a great signing.
Oh, no, we didn't know anything. With those guys, they don't know anything. Well, yeah. So, yeah, listen to people that don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, just do that.
I have a
Broncos making the playoffs, if that even means anything.
I have a move right now that Denver should make, like right now today. Get rid of Alex Singleton and Josie. Put Baron Browning back in the fucking middle where he belongs, and bring in anybody else off the street.
Well, they got rid of the guy from the Rams that was,
Yeah. Yep. Bring any old random Joe off the street who's a free agent who can play inside linebacker, and I guarantee you he's better than any of those two. Those two fucking suck. What you guys are thinking, re-signing these two in the offseason, I don't fucking know, but they're terrible. They suck. Oh, they're great tacklers. They're not even that great at tackling. How many missed tackles do we see from these two? They suck.
Well, let's not watch the All-22. No. All right, Bucket Man, lay it on us.
So I'm very happy about this move, first and foremost. It's a long time coming. And to all the Bronco fans, and we're going to hear this throughout the entire 24 to 48 hours.
Walmart General fans.
Oh, Walmart General fans, sorry. For all the Walmart General fans, that I'm going to get ahead of it, because I know they're going to start saying that, we knew that Randy Gregory wasn't going to live up to the $70 million contract.
I'm going to post the link. I'm going to post the link.
Thank you.
Because listen to what they told us.
Okay, yeah. Just like you guys knew the scouting department was dog shit, right?
Oh yeah. Nick Burrito.
Oh, okay. So no, I don't want any Denver Bronco content creator out there taking credit for my work that I busted my ass doing watching the All-22 film. When I've watched Randy Gregory since his days at Nebraska, since I watched Randy Gregory with his days with the Cowboys, who didn't miss him, who doesn't miss him, and the Cowboy fans said that thank God we got rid of the guy, and how stupid the Denver Broncos are for paying him $70 million. Okay? Randy Gregory fucking sucks. He sucks. Okay? He came into a system that doesn't fit his strengths, and I don't want to hear the Walmart General content career saying, well, we knew he didn't come into the system that didn't fit his strengths either. If I hear that from another Bronco content creator, oh my God, I'm going to blow up. That's number 3.
Well,
number 4.
They were saying there's no difference between a 3-4 and a 4-3, and that's
okay. There's no difference in a 3-4 defense and a 4-3 defense. Is that am I hearing that correct, Bronco content creators? Okay, so why is it that the 4-3 defense alignment for the Commanders would play better in that system rather than the 3-4 system? Why is Drew Sanders looking like shit?
Well, why would you even have different systems if they didn't matter?
Exactly. Right on the money there, Chop Deliver. And and I really hope that this better not stop and end with Gregory. Okay? This needs to go to Simmons, Bowles, Jewell, Singleton, all the above.
Okay, I'm going to trump up both of you. I'm going to put down a trump card. I'm going to trump both of you. I want them to keep playing these idiots. I do. I don't want to see anybody leave until it's front office people. I want to see the next moves. I want to see that ownership gut out. That office, that all those execs out there and scouts that John Elway brought in. I want John Elway's little office. I want him with the cardboard box walking out the door. It was great, John. You're a wonderful quarterback. You meant so much. Fine. All that. I'm fine with that. Just, you can't talk to anybody. You can't be a part of any kind of decision-making. Enjoy your retirement. Move on. I know he's going to be kicking and screaming. All his people that he put in there, like you said, it was 500 feet and that he installed in there. They all got to go. I want them all to be in there because I want the final word. I don't want all this talk about playoffs and all this. No, leave them all in there so we can get these coach killers out of here. Get them all out.
Can I think players out? They play better, so they could win games and keep them there if they get rid of them in season. Because when you put Brandon Johnson and Mims on the field, the receiving core is way better. I don't want them to play better. I want them to lose, so that way this front office likelihood of getting gutted out at the end of the season is high as it can be. Every game they win, like that, people call me a fake fan. Every game this team wins this season is ammunition for that front office.
I'm getting sick and tired of that fucking notion from these stupid Bronco content creators and these stupid fans saying that we're fake fans. Number one, we've been ahead of this.
General fans. You're not Bronco fans.
Walmart General fans, shut up. Because you guys have no ground to stand on. I don't give a fuck what kind of fan you are. I don't give a shit. You guys have been around for 8 years. Shut up.
For sure.
I am sick and tired of those stupid fucking fans trying to tell me, the Walmart General fans. I am sick of that shit. You guys aren't a coach like me. You guys don't watch the film like me.
They're exactly the reason that the Broncos are in the situation, because they've been cheering it on, cheering all this bad on, just like they cheered Gregory on, when logic and anybody with a voice of reason said no. And I'm just going to submit this right now. The fact that you're getting rid of Gregory, just like you got rid of Menelik Watson, just like you got rid of Jawan James, just like you got rid of this and just got rid of that and it's a reflection of the front office. It is a total reflection. The content creators talking this bullshit about playoffs is an extension of that front office. It's one lie built upon another lie, built upon another lie. And they have to face reality over there. And Gregory is right about one thing. And I'm sure he blew a gasket saying, you think I'm the only problem here? And he probably called out the people we've long called out too. And that's the bottom line. I do not see anything getting better for this team just because they got rid. I think the message should go to the front office. You brought in Nick Burrito, right? You picked Nick Burrito. Where is that? Other than you don't have to pay him $70 million. Okay, I get that. Where is that an upgrade when as soon as they block the guy, he evaporates? Sure. If you don't block Gregory, sure, he'll look good too.
That again, that's how. Oh my God,
What's Nick Burrito doing in pass coverage? It's a 3-4 system. What is when he has to cover in pass coverage? What is he going to be doing out there? He's going to be another. Nobody in this linebacking room, including Jonathan Cooper, can cover in pass coverage.
Well, I don't want my edge rushers to cover. Those are what my linebackers are for. That's what my back end's for. I want my front seven to get after the quarterback. That's what I want. I don't want my edge player
push up the middle.
Yeah. You don't have that. You don't have that. If you had to push up the middle, that would make Burrito and Cooper look way better than they are right now. And you know what? This whole notion, Nick Burrito's turned it on. Oh my God, do I have to do another film breakdown to just get it through your fucking heads that if he's not blocked, of course he's going to look good. You and me all three of us can go unblocked and we get after the quarterback.
That fumble, he had a complete free run. No one touched the guy. So, yeah.
A lot of his big plays come where most of them come where he's not being touched. So now he's going to be put in the role of Gregory because he's his replacement, and now he's going to be getting blocked just like Gregory, and he will evaporate.
Well, I just
no pressure on the edges or in the middle. There's no pressure anywhere. They're not only are they not getting interior pass rush, when they send a 4-man rush, they're getting no pass rush. None. That pocket is clean every time.
How long has that been going on? How long?
They've got an edge back when they had Miller, Chubb. They got a little bit of
that's how long? Yeah.
It's gone. It is gone this year. There's nothing. But
it was gone last year. I didn't see anything last year.
Nothing off the edges. Yeah. So you guys are obsessed with edges. Now you don't even have an edge pass rush. You have nothing. That pocket is.
This is where I hold these people accountable. You guys say coming into the season that this edge room was going to be one of the top edge rooms in the NFL. Again, you guys look stupid again. And you know what?
Front office, they run
there needs to be a statement, not just with those players, but with this fucking front office. I'm talking about
that's where all this is
firing.
They need to start clearing that out.
Yes.
They need to start clearing it out. And this, I want to just put the crown jewel on this thing. Russell Wilson. We're talking $70 million for for Gregory. We got McGlinchey, who's holding like there's no tomorrow.
Same with Bulls.
And Garrett Bull's getting he's holding and taking people down. Like there's and I'm going to link it. We keep showing this stuff. I'm going to put the link down so you can see it.
But people already knew this was going on. Okay.
In all fairness, yes, Chicago was caught holding too that they never call either. Okay, there's some kind of a league deal where I guess now offensive linemen can now hold. But what I'm getting at is that why did you pay Russell Wilson? Let me ask you this. Is Russell Wilson playing at $250 million level?
No.
According to the content creators, he is. That's the narrative.
Okay. So we're gonna listen to. Go ahead, Top. Oh my God. Go ahead. I'm gonna
okay. We have in the last video that Bucket Man did. He shows the one reads. He's got wide open receivers, and let's just be fair to Russell Wilson. Yes, he's a one-read quarterback, but he has no choice but to be a one-read quarterback because the offensive line is not going to give him time to go through progression, or even Stidham will not be able to go through progressions. They're going to have to. It has to be a one-read. And even though the Denver Broncos are holding profusely, okay, the team like Chicago can still get to the quarterback almost every play.
They're one of the worst defensive lines in the league, chopped liver.
Yes. So again, you're paying $250. Okay, let's just say okay, you're a $250 million quarterback. I beg to differ. I think you're playing at an average level personally, but that's me. But let's say you're worth the $250 million. We can't get anything out of you because your offensive line sucks so bad.
But weren't we told this offseason that the offensive line was revamped?
Because they spent money. Well, they spent money on
players.
It was the same crap they said to us with Gregory. They spent money on Gregory, so we had the best edges.
Wow.
It's the same people. It's the same people saying we're going to the playoffs, right? We're Broncos are going. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. And you know what? This is the thing that I get after the Walmart General fans on. This is the big thing. They are the bad culture. They are the stench in the room that is clamoring for a 9-win. If you get lucky, maybe you get a 10-win double-digit season. If you're lucky to make we're just so happy to be their appearance. And that's not a Denver Broncos standard.
If you don't think we're making headway, we're having other Bronco content creators having to make extra channels just to combat what we're saying. If you don't think we're making fucking headway.
Because that front office, man, they are hanging on.
Yes.
To everything. Oh. Yeah, they are. They're hanging on to anything they can. Oh, yeah, 9 wins and get a happy to be their appearance. Gregory's sending a message. What? That they're all of a sudden going to actually be something they're not?
You know what would have made more headway if they were getting rid of people in the front office?
That would be the message. And say to the players, you're next. You're next.
The GM for Chicago has already said that publicly, that they're getting rid of everybody when the season's over. Why the fuck can't the Broncos do that?
Yeah, I can't understand why this ownership group immediately said, what, you want us to pay this guy $250 million? We have a track record of Metallic Watson. You got a track record of Juwan James, a track record of Gregory, and on and on and on. And now you want to have us pay this guy $250 million? Well, that was part of the deal to get him here. He is not worth that cap hit.
That's why the Seahawks got rid of him.
Exactly. He's not worth the cap hit. Is he playing any better than Drew Lock? Is he playing any better than Geno Smith? Honestly?
Well, the stats say this. The stats say that. It's more than just the stats, you idiots.
Well, the film is telling me a lot more than the stats are.
I am sick of those people throwing stats in my face when you have no context around those stats. That's how I know you don't know your football. When you throw out your little stats and your little numbers and your little bullshit, your analytical bullshit.
Yep. All right. Yeah. And I'm the one who's like providing that context behind those stats. Like week 1, 2 PI calls, which led to 2 scoring drives.
Yes.
week 2, blown coverage by the safety for the Redskins.
Yes.
Okay, well, that was a huge play for his stat line. Then you have a Hail Mary for a touchdown. That was huge for his stat line. Then week 3, he didn't do shit in week 3. Week 4, all right, against a sorry defense for the Bears who gave up because they were like, we want to tank. I don't want to hear that. Let's see what you do against the Jets, a real defense, probably the best defense you played all year. Yes, the Washington Commanders have a good D-line, but the Jets have a good defense. D-line, linebackers, second, they have it all. So we'll see how you do against them, because I'm watching them on film, and the Broncos are in trouble next week, whether they're holding or not. That defensive line was going toe-to-toe with the best offensive line in football. I mean, it's either them or the Eagles. The Chiefs or the Eagles have the best one. But either way, top 2, 1 or 2, no matter what order, they were having their way. And on some plays against that offensive line, Mahomes is struggling on 4-man rushes, which is the key to beat Kansas City. That's why they had success, is because they were able to get to Mahomes with a 4-man rush almost consistently. What do you think they're going to do against this Broncos offensive line?
Devour it.
Well, Bubble Man, you brought up a great point with those contexts, but if you have an offensive line that holds I showed film where on that whole entire series they were holding.
I'm gonna link it.
If you have an offensive line that's holding and they're not calling it, and your quarterback is hit, I mean, my God. I mean, I could be a quarterback back there, my tackles are holding, my interior's holding, and I throw the ball. My stats are going to raise to another level. That's number one. Number 2, once he faces, look what happened in the second half, in the first half when they were getting home on Wilson. That's with every quarterback in the league. When you saw the Commanders get home on Wilson in the second half because they went Shermer ball, and when they went in the first half against the Bears, and then when they play this week against a better overall defense in the Jets, is Russell Wilson still going to look the same? Probably not.
No.
Oh, that $250 million. Oh my God, he has better stats than Patrick Mahomes and Herbert and Jackson. I mean, do you guys understand football? It's not all about analytical stats and numbers.
No. If it was, then nobody'd be watching film as far as coaching staff is concerned. So this is what I got. This is my take with Russell Wilson. As far as the player goes, I look at him in the same light that I would look at a bridge quarterback. My problem with Russell Wilson really is that contract, that $250 million albatross contract. He is definitely not worth that. He never should have been given that. It's going to come back and it's going to bite this team in the ass.
It already is.
Well, it hasn't even kicked in yet. Wait till it kicks in. They want to rebuild the defense or do whatever it is with the defense. Well, good luck.
Don't forget about the cap hit with Gregory, and don't forget about the other cap hits that we've taken.
Oh, exactly. I think you're going to get McGlinchey, and then I'm not sure if Bowles is what the deal is with that. He's taken a huge Simmons too.
Singleton.
Yeah.
Hey, Walmart owners, you're gonna have to pull that checkbook out and pay them outright if you want. Like, if you want to rebuild this team faster, you have to roll out that checkbook and pay them you're gonna buy out all their contracts.
Yeah,
we got to get to that front office first before you. I mean, you got to cut off the head of that snake, and that's that front office. Cut it off.
And to do that, they have to lose. Like, fans who are like hoping this team win. Like, if your goal is to win 9 games a year, I'm going to tell you right fucking now, there was a time in Broncos history where the team would go 8-8 every year, and I fucking, like, 2008, 2009. That's not the football I want to see. I want to see I want to see Bills level football. I want to see Kansas City, Philadelphia level football. I don't want to see happy to be there.
That's my problem with these Walmart General fans. That's all they're clamoring for, a 9-win season so they can say we're happy to be at a fluke playoff game that they get kicked out of on the first go round.
Who set that standard? Who set that standard? Bolin did, and we were around that standard until he unfortunately, was out of the organization. So,
and brought in swinging for the retreads. Yeah. We're one away. We're just that away. See, like I said, nothing. Okay, here's this. Well, what's the solution, you smarty pants? Okay, what's the solution? I'll give you the solution. If you're going to keep Sean Payton, which I'm I'm on the fence about Sean Payton just in general. But if you're going to keep Sean Payton as the owner, you need to get on the phone to Jeff Ireland, to the Saints.
Thank you.
Go get Jeff Ireland, because he has fitted Peyton before with players. And Jeff Ireland, I mean, it's like, gee, you got me handcuffed because you're paying a quarterback you have no business paying $250 million. Safety, you have no business paying all that money. A left tackle and a right tackle, you don't have any business paying, just like you didn't have any business with Gregory. I don't know if I can go there and help you out because you have me so handcuffed. Yeah. That's the problem. You know, who do you bring in that's going to say, gee, you know, I don't have anything to work with here. You know, the best you can do is get Jeff Ireland and see if they can work it out somehow. But man, that front office, the mismanagement of that front office has really set that Denver Bronco organization back years. Just totally bad. And that's why I said, when the new owners came in, they should have liquidated all those people out before they could do any more damage. And that $250 million contract is a huge, huge hit, along with Gregory and all the rest of the nonsense.
Well, chopped liver, it's not just bringing in Jeff Ireland. It's giving Jeff Ireland total control to bring in the scouts and the people that he wants to scout, the players that they need to fit Sean Payton's system.
Well, he's handcuffed. Even if you,
I don't want Jeff Ireland to be handcuffed, because you know damn and well, you smarty pants. Okay, we're gonna know that if Jeff Ireland's handcuffed or not, because we've seen a track record of Jeff Ireland for years now. The players that he likes and the players that he doesn't like. Just look at his track record with the Saints. Look at his track record with the Dolphins when he was the GM there.
No, they'd have to rebuild the front office. But what I'm saying about being handcuffed, it's all this dead cap, draft pick, all this.
Being smart with the moves that you're going to make, not going out for the retread bullshit.
Swinging for the retread.
Yeah. Going out, being smart with your money, being smart with the free agents that you bring in, not this retread bullshit. And, we already knew that Randy Gregory did, you smarty pants.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you did, because you were cheerleading the bullshit. Yeah, put it in the comments, because I'm going to roast you.
Go read the comments. I'm going to link them. Go listen to what these geniuses said when we said, do not sign Gregory. Just like we said, don't sign Melvin Gordon. What are you thinking?
Don't sign McGlinchey. Don't sign McGlinchey either. Yeah. All 22.
I know. Watch the all 22 and see. Well, they're not calling all his holding. Then why did you need to sign him? You could have put anybody in there. They can hold.
You had 2 years left on. Wilson's contract when he came in. And what did they do? They always do this shit. They jumped the gun, overpaid for the guy. Oh my God, he has great stats this year. I mean, when I take a step back and look at that, and I look at the context behind those stats, because that's what we do. When you have an offensive line that holds almost every 2 to 3 plays, or every play, and I showed it in the film breakdown. He predetermines where he goes with the football. He doesn't go through his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reads, because number one, the line sucks. Number two, I mean, these receivers, they're open, but Wilson isn't hitting them because the O-line's the McGlinchey, Bowles, Cushenberry, Powers are getting beat. I mean, my God, dude. And how long have you had Cushenberry for? 3-4 years? Oh, we know he's a bad center. That's why you cheerleaded it. That's why you cheerleaded Gregory. That's why you cheerleaded Jules Singleton, Simmons.
Yeah.
That is the problem I have with these Walmart General fans. They cheerlead this bullshit.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you think this whole paying Jack Kruger, or, Kruger, to put out this BS about how great Russell Wilson
They're only doing it because I'm putting out the all 22 film chop deliver. They're doing it because I'm providing it.
And he of course is deleting comments. Football, not oh, you're an idiot, all this, none of that nonsense. I put a football comment on there. I put a football to get in a football discussion about the holding as a part of that. Hey, he's doing so well part. Then we could also talk about how he's missing wide open receivers. He can only read one. He won't get into any of that, And so what I'm asking is this the final straw that the front office is desperately hanging on to because they know that they're this close from all being let go? That Russell Wilson is that final. See, we got that so right. And it's not just Russell Wilson the way he's playing. It's that salary. It's that hit, that cap hit they're going to take too. This thing's going to cut. I think it's going to be a title like that.
Dude, chopped liver. You know how hard it is. Do you know how hard it's going to be for them to cut him with all that dead cap money? Because you're right. The money hasn't kicked in yet. Wait till that money kicks in, dude.
Well,
a $90 million cap hit. A $90 million cap hit that's coming up, ladies and gentlemen. $90 million.
I want to keep reminding people about that. As far as I'm concerned, what I'm seeing on film is I see a bridge quarterback at best. I see a bridge quarterback. Why would you be paying $250 million for a bridge quarterback?
Why did you go out again? Go ahead, Bubble Man.
Well, you have the content creators out there, even, well, we're going to tank for that, whoever that quarterback is that they wanted, in the draft.
Really? Another quarterback you want to kill?
Another quarterback they want to kill. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't we get this organization built right so we can draft Mahomes and put him in there after you get your Alex Smith, which in my opinion is what Russell Smith equates to at the end of the day. When it's all said and done, you're a bridge quarterback. Go ahead.
Well, Chops Liver, we brought it up yesterday, and Bubble Man's been bringing it up. These holding calls weren't being called under Bridgewater, under Locke, under Simeon, under Keenum.
You mean the no call?
Yeah, the no call, the no holding calls. These non-holding calls weren't being called.
No. Well, they don't because they're not part of the brand. They're not trying to brand.
It's political.
Yeah, yes, it is definitely political.
They were being called when Simeon and Locke were playing, but they're not being called when Wilson's playing because it's all political, because they want Wilson to be on the Mahomes, the Herberts, the Jacksons, the Burrows level.
Well, the front office certainly wants that too, because like I said,
but he's not a 250. He's not a $250 million quarterback. I'm sorry.
No. And that's all going to manifest itself down the road.
It already is. It already is.
Yes. They're hanging on to, like they do, like all con artists, they hang on to stats. They hang and that, in my opinion, if you got analytic people in your building, like Sean Payton,
get them out.
Yeah, Sean Payton said, "Man, I've never seen so many analytic people. A bunch of con artists, Get film junkies in there. Come with an identity." And start breaking down the film, and then you can get your diamonds in the rough. Guys will actually give you real stats that have context behind them. In the end,
go ahead, Bubble Man, brother.
You think it's bad now with how things are now when they cannot when that contract starts hitting? Oh man, I think 0-17 becomes a realistic. We say that as like a joke. I mean, it kind of is realistic because they almost lost to the team who didn't want to win. But when that contract hits, and you have to let players go, you only have so many draft picks a year, and you can only build your team through the draft. You cannot. Free agency is not going to be an option at that point. And even if it was, free agents don't want to come here. So you combine that with you have no money. There's only so many draft picks. You suck ass at drafting. It's gonna be Detroit Lions level.
Oh yeah. You're heading in that. You are there.
You're already there.
You've really arrived.
You are. You're there. And to bring up the point, free if you pay them the money. Oh, we have all the money. We have these Walmart General owners.
But you have a cap space. You have a cap in the NFL.
Cap doesn't exist.
If you turn the salary cap off, sure, but you can't do that. This isn't Madden 23. You have a salary, and you're the dumbasses. When they signed Russell Wilson to that contract before he took a snap, I was so livid because I knew how long that would set this organization back.
That right there should have got the front office fired right there.
If they brought me, the owners, into that office, we're signing this guy to $250 million. Wait, what has he done in our uniform? And the narrative is he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's a product of a Super Bowl.
Oh my God. Okay.
Was it Russell Wilson who kicked the Broncos' ass that game, or was it the Legion of Boom?
Legion.
Yeah. Well, again, a context behind stats.
Was it? And last time I checked, in the next following year, Russell Wilson's the one who threw the interception to lose the Super Bowl, as far as I'm concerned. So
well, then they'll counter that by saying, well, he didn't make the play call. Pete Carroll did.
he couldn't have
Yeah, you
run
can
play.
make,
Couldn't have
well, he threw the interception. So I mean, you can sit there and play, dancing on the head of a pin all you want. So
yeah, he looks great when you have a great running game and a great defense. And then the Seahawks knew they fucked up by letting the Legion of Boom walk and keeping Wilson. They didn't want to repeat that. How's Drew Lock looking, guys? How's he looking? How's Noah Fant looking?
yeah, get him away from this place.
Yeah.
They look more happy over there than they did here.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I see Drew Lock and Pete Carroll on the sidelines, joking around, but all buddy, and fucking, oh man, dude, I just developing.
If the Broncos get destroyed this week,
What's
the next shoe to drop? You tell me.
If they get destroyed this week, what's the next shoe to drop?
Yeah, because this time a real defense is coming right at this offense.
Oh, we weren't prepared. Our defense, Vance Joseph still sucks. I'm just going to blame Vance Joseph.
Well, no. When the offense is shredded, you're going to blame.
No, we're averaging 30 points a game. What are you talking about? Our offense looks elite, according to these Bronco content creators.
Against the best defense they're going to face so far.
Oh, well, yeah, so far. I mean, they're still going to say, well, 30 points a game. What are you talking about?
They're going to say it was an anomaly.
Yeah.
It was the Rams. It was the Rams last year game.
Yeah, it's just one game.
I think this front office is on borrowed time. It's just not sustainable. Playing the numbers game like some magician, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat bullshit. It just isn't sustainable. I think,
Well, Chops Liver, I would like to agree with you, but again, I don't trust this organization to get rid of those people in that front office because they took over. Again, you can get rid of all the players you want, the player personnel players, but you still have people that are making those decisions that sign and draft these terrible players. What is the microcosm of why these players are here? That front office. So
why is the culture?
I'm happy Gregory's
Where's
gone.
the culture come from?
Yeah, the front office, the top down. I'm happy that Gregory's gone. I hope he goes to a situation where he can thrive in a 4-3 system, where he goes next to a Chris Jones, somebody like that, on that tier. But again, I would have been more happy if there were reports saying that we got rid of some scouts, we got rid of some front office people. That would have made me
executives first. Executives,
yes, management. I would have been more happy about that than this Gregory release because. Is it just going to stop and end with Gregory, or is it going to be a continuous effect of, okay, we got rid of the players that John Elway brought in, and we're going to get rid of his henchmen up there in the front office? That's what I'm looking for.
Yep. No more Elway giving anybody advice at all.
Yeah, get him out.
Get that office cleared out. That's the first office that needs to go. Then the next, his highest hire, he needs to go. The GM that he hired, who is absolutely useless, he needs to go. Scouts, then get rid of them.
They're putting it all on George Payton currently. They're like, George Payton.
Of course, we already said that would happen. They got to go higher than George Payton. They got to go all the way.
It's not George Payton!
Yeah, George Payton does nothing. He can't even talk. He can't. Not only can he not hire a head coach, he's not even allowed to talk to one.
He can't even clean his own office.
Useless. He's just useless.
He can't even clean his own office without John Elway's permission. So
he can't take his shit without John Elway's permission.
Exactly. So there's no reason. There's no reason, and it's not. I mean, he took the job. He's okay. Just like just like Fangio. Oh, I'll play head coach while I'm the defensive coordinator. Oh, okay. Oh, see how that works out. And you know what? I am going to say something about Fangio. Don't get pissed off at the Broncos. When you volunteered for that, you said, I'll do that deal. You're going to let Elway be the offensive coordinator? I mean, what?
Dude, they had it. Dude, they had it set up so perfectly with him, Scangarillo, and Munchak, and Donatello.
Never worked.
They had it made.
They had it, but it would never work because the front office.
Exactly.
And nothing but an albatross.
You know how I know George Payton is a puppet? Because what did he say in his I want to build these offense and defensive lines. And then a couple months later, it's just a complete 360 of what he said. Bullshit.
Well, that's what Nathaniel Hackett said too.
Well, Hackett was a clown. I've been saying that since day. He was a clown. He was a fucking yes man.
Well, yeah, you were told to let the players coach themselves. That was.
Yeah, look how that turned out. Gregory, your $70 million pass rusher, got released today. Good job. Oh yeah, we all knew that. We all knew that he wasn't going to live up to
Again, you think this is just a Gregory deal? I think it's also a Russell Wilson issue.
Justin Simmons. What did that guy say on Cody Rourke's show? Okay, just please come on, Chopped Liver. Say it again.
Okay, so the Cody Rourke, before he went to Locked On, before he went to Locked On, he had a player, a former Bronco player, and you know his name probably. I can't remember his name. But the former player said that there are players that can't be touched because the upper management had picked them and they can't be touched. And then they let players who are 10 times better than them walk, or they shit all over them. No, you don't really. You got to sit on the bench. It's just so that they can get their darlings, their little darlings they pick, Justin Simmons. Let him just stay out there. So yeah, it's a part of that culture. It's still here. It's still festering. And until they clear out the front office, you can fire Gregory. You can fire all the players you want. You can wipe the fucking slate clean. But as long as all those execs, scouts, that PR department that Elway created, why you need that, I don't know. If you roll up the sleeves and actually bring football people in, get rid of the analytic people. If you want to have one analytic guy, fine, but bring in film people so they can tell the analytic people, well, this is the reason why that stat is the way it is. Somebody needs to be a film junkie up there. You need an army of film junkies so that when the analytic guy shows you the stat, your film people can say, well, this is the context behind that stat. Give them some truth. So I don't know. It's all too little too late as far as I'm concerned. Gregory, a lot more is going to have to happen. And I believe, a lot more on the field is going to happen when other teams play the Broncos. That's just going to be the reality of the situation.
Who have they played all year? Who have they played all year?
They played the Chicago Juggernaut. They played Fields, who was like top of his game, just one throw away from being a Tom Brady-esque quarterback. Wait a minute. They played the Broncos.
This is the start to a schedule, I think, of any team in the NFL as far as the first 4 weeks have been concerned. At home against the Raiders, winnable. Rebuilding Raiders team, winnable game. Took help from the refs to lose that game. Week number 2, the Commanders have a good D-line, but again, they're rebuilding. So, they're a little while away. They're trending in the right direction. They're sticking with Ron Rivera. Good, glad to see it.
Miami ain't winning that game, not even remotely.
Miami, they're a tier 2 or a tier 3 AFC team. They're not on Buffalo's level, obviously. They're not on Kansas City's level yet, obviously. So they're a tier 2 below that. They're a wild card exit or a divisional round exit at best. That wasn't even a top tier team that you played. Then you play Chicago, who's tanking. So your first 4 games are that easy. You went 1-3, and you almost went 0-4. You got New York coming to town. You're going to Arrowhead on a short week. You got Green Bay coming to town, and then you go, and then you're playing the Chiefs again. Then it's your bye week. Then you're going to Buffalo. Good luck, dude. Good luck.
I think more. We're gonna see more results on the field. I'll just put it that way. We're gonna end up seeing more results on the field. It's not going to go the front office's way. I'll just also lay that disclaimer out too.
Let me see what Russell Wilson's stats look like after that Monday Night Football game in Buffalo, and we'll talk about Russell Wilson. Because
exactly. Yeah. Playing Chicago. They're hanging on. They're up 50 floors. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they're that close because
they had a chance to start 3-1 and they went 1-3. I mean, I was like, we're gonna hear hype after the first 4 weeks because their schedule is easy as shit. But no, one of them, they're worse than I thought. They're worse than I predicted they were.
Yeah.
They're not beating Houston. I thought they were going to win that game. Now Houston's looking like they're getting it together, and it looks like that locker room is buying into D'Amico Ryans. Looks like they are setting the culture over there in Houston, so they're already a step ahead of the Broncos in that aspect.
Well, any team like Houston, we'll take Houston. I think any team like Houston circles the Broncos and say, that's a team we can beat. That's a team, whether we're there or whether they're here, that's a team we can beat. We can beat that team. That's where the Broncos are now as an organization. They're the circled ones that say, we can get back on track playing this game here. That's just the reality of the situation. Chicago felt that way. And
how do you think the Jets feel? We had a bad call on the field. So, I'm telling you right now, Saleh was pissed, and he's also pissed at this organization for running their mouth.
Oh yeah, and they're going to dare the referees. They're going to dare the referees to pull that crap they pulled.
I have Bronco fans saying that we're gonna beat the Broncos 20, or we're gonna beat the Jets 24-16.
You're not going to
Okay.
I have receipts, so keep telling. Man,
you're not. They said that they were going to beat the Bears 45-10 DNVR. You guys, I said they were like
DNVR front office. We call them the DNVR front office. Yeah, okay, front office. You just keep telling yourself that.
If that was who wanted to win, you would have lost 45-10 that game because they were doing whatever the hell they wanted on both sides of the ball.
And you don't think Hackett's going to want to come in and fucking make a statement too against this team? We talk about the Jets defense. That Jets offense is going to want to make a statement. You guys see that? Oh my God, dude!
I'm telling you, that's going to be so fired up for this game. It's going to be even bigger than a divisional game for them.
This is going to be like a Super Bowl for them. They're going to want to kick our ass.
Well, take a look at what's going on at the Broncos. It's a clown show over there. They're firing Gregory. Everybody's like, on notice, right? You got we said this at the end of the Chicago. You got two different things going on in two different camps. One, we want to rip your head off and shit down your neck. That's our number one goal. That's what we're focused on. And what do you have at the other camp? Oh, we're all independent contractors worried about our job, right? Worried about, I don't want to be the target. I don't want to be the target. Okay, we'll see which culture wins out on this one.
The Jets, oh man, this could be a blowout. After watching that Jets defensive line, my God.
I am predicting to get scored on.
There might be a pick six in this game.
Or a strip sack.
You have Quincy Williams running stride for stride with Travis Kelce. I'm with Mr. Pfizer,
DJ Mo, yeah.
Yeah, with Mr. Pfizer, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. But yeah, you have CJ Mosley doing the same. Yeah, no. Oh, man. Yeah.
Sauce Gardner
out there. I mean, my God, that defensive line, 4-man rushes against
Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall.
Breece Hall to the edges, Garrett Wilson on crossing routes. This offense. This is a morale booster for Zach Wilson. This is a Zach Wilson confidence booster game, is what I think this is. They better get Zach Wilson to throw that ball this game because this team is begging to get thrown on.
I think it's a Jets confident booster, not just a Zach Wilson. I think it's a team booster because they know they're going to want to come in and kick our ass.
Yep.
Well, and they need to win, too, because they got a more legitimate claim to making it to the playoffs than the Broncos will ever have. So
I think they could. I think Zach Wilson, at the least it'll be a development year for him. But and if the Jets are smart, they invest in their offensive line next offseason. So Rodgers comes back then that team will be very dangerous no matter who's behind. But I think the Jets offensive line actually performed pretty well against that Chiefs defensive front, which, by the way, is also much better than the Broncos defensive front. By the way, in case anyone didn't know that already, yeah, the Chiefs defensive front is much better. Their front seven is much better than the Broncos. Offensive line did pretty good. Zach Wilson, he looks like he's improving on habits from last year, holding on to the ball too long. He gets rid of the ball quicker. He hits his check down. He hits his check down. He's not looking for the big play like he was last year. So I think I think Nathaniel Hackett's honestly doing a pretty good job developing him. People could shit on him all he wants, but when I'm watching that film last night, I see a quarterback who's better than last year, and that's what you want to see. And I'm sure that's what the Jets head coach sees, and that's why they hold on to him.
Well, what happened in Seattle last year after? Or let me put it this way: what happened in Seattle last year, and then after the Seattle game? Hackett was no longer allowed to run his style of offense because he lost the
political war.
He lost the political war, so he had to start playing Shermer ball. And I guarantee you, the Jets will not be playing Shermer ball.
I think I think we say that they're going to. I think a lot of the bigger plays are going to happen in this game than the last game for the Jets offense. I think you're going to see a lot of those big runs. You're going to see a lot of those deep middle crossers. I think you're going to see a lot of those deeper routes that the Bears, the Dolphins, and the Commanders were hitting. I think you're going to see that a lot in this game as well. Oh, it's coaching. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a blowout, another blowout for the Broncos.
It has that potential. It definitely has that potential. Sure.
I thought the Broncos would win this game, but when I actually turned on the Jets film, I was like, no way. I was like, no way. No, I
was going to say no.
I think there's going to be a lot more holding. Dude.
Well, I don't know if they will probably blow a gasket if that happens.
Holding's not going to save them in this game.
No,
if I order against the Commanders, it might have worked.
Well, look at the Bears. They were getting to Wilson almost the whole game.
And when you have a top 3 interior defensive lineman in Quincy Williams, and
what's Cushenberry going to do with that?
Dude, he was getting pushed back in running plays. It was horrific.
Oh, they're done for this week. Unless the Jets aren't going to take this week off. That's why I know. I'm like, this could be a blowout because that Jets defense is not gonna.
Oh, they're coming. That's why I'm putting the first. They're coming.
They have the defense. It's an all-around, put-together defense. That defense is when I watching them against Kansas City, I'm like, yeah, there's no way Denver's moving the ball against this team. No, even if they're running Sean Payton ball, it's not gonna work.
But now, what the Jets coach has to tell them is, yes, if you look at the Broncos film, don't fall asleep. You go out there, you focus, you stay fired up. Don't fall asleep. Don't let this bad play. You play like it's the Super Bowl. I mean, if I was the coach, I'd say you play like it's the Super Bowl, and that's the best team, the other best team out there. Don't fall asleep, whatever you do.
Yep. Even if they, quite frankly, even if they fall asleep against this offense, I don't know. I think the Jets defense is going to show Russell Wilson in this offense where they really are. Denver hasn't played anybody all year, and they got help from the refs through this stretch, and they're still 1-3.
I know.
This offense is overhyped. Marvin Mims, yes, he gets open. Every play you get that bomb to Marvin Mims. Every game you get that bomb to Marvin Mims. But that luck is going to run out eventually.
Sutton was open quite a bit, but the problem is that two things. You got two things. Again, we said it. Russell Wilson, by nature, is a one-read quarterback. Two, even if he wasn't, he couldn't be anything but a one-read quarterback because the line is so porous. Even while they're holding, they're porous.
Sutton, in my opinion, he's a red zone threat at best. That's all. I mean, that's where he has his success at, is the red zone because of his size. But I don't think he's that great of a receiver. I think he needs to go. Him and Judy.
He had the possibility of being the Torrey Holt type, the run down the sideline, play basketball, grab the ball, that kind of thing. But he no longer is even. He can't put a move on, and he's again. I think he can do the drag route thing, but and that's same with Judy. They got two guys that can work the middle of the field, and that's fine. But Russell Wilson's got to have at least. It's just the only read. If he's looking at Sutton, Sutton's not open. That's it. That's all she wrote.
Yep. No, Cortland Sutton. I think that ACL injury fucked him up a lot. I think the switching of systems fucked him up a lot. I think he had potential, and he showed it with Scangarello.
Yeah.
But again, bad develop. I think a lot of it is the front office's fault, and I think a lot of it is due to that injury.
Running through coaches, systems. Yeah.
So I think Sutton was a guy who, if you put him in any other franchise, he would have probably had some success. But he played for a bad organization, and they got rid of the coach who helped him succeed the most. He got a bad ACL injury, and now he can't really run. He can't run routes like he used to. Like, it's not the same. Like, Cortland Sutton before the injury and Cortland Sutton after the injury is not the same player. That ACL is definitely taken its effect on him. And didn't Denver sign him after he tore his ACL or before?
I don't. It's just.
But
well, they were desperate to sign him, and I don't know why, but
because that season he had a whole season where he didn't do shit that season, and they still.
Backs are getting overpaid. I mean, two receivers getting overpaid. And I just want to make this point before I take off is that the reason we're saying fire the front office is just what we were just talking about. So you get stability. You have a front office that is determined to stick to an identity, who is going to draft around the identity, who's going to bring in the coaches and that the scouts are going to give these coaches the ability to develop that identity so that you become 2, 3, 4 players deep with the same identity, the same, this is what we are, this is what we do, all like Kansas City Chiefs, all of Buffalo Bills, all of,
Philadelphia
Bills, So we're not just wanting people's heads for the sake of wanting people's heads. We have a purpose on why we want them gone. Yep. Because they're anti to all that. They don't know what they're doing. It's obvious. You let Gregory go for $70 million. You oversigned Russell Wilson, no matter how much hype you put around him. He's not worth it. Sorry, he's just not. And that's why they got to go, because it's just it's just going to be one more disaster after another when it's all said and done.
Yep. Front office is the one who sets the culture and the foundation of the team. And I mean, this front office has been obsessed with receivers, corners, and edges, and they all
swinging for the retreads.
Yep. And the retreads who don't pan out. So I want you guys, I want to see this team lose, not because I hate my team, not because I don't want to see my team win, but because I know that with this front office, whether they win or not, they're not going anywhere. At best, you're looking at
a win is a short time win and a long time loss.
Yeah,
is what it boils down to.
Yep.
Short time, feel good win, long term loss.
Loss investment for the future. A win is a detriment to your future. My standard is not 8-9. You want to know what's better than an 8-9 season? An 0-17 season. I do not like 9-8, 8-8.
Yeah, it just keeps feeding that culture. Let's just sum it up. What culture does the Broncos have right now? What's going on? Everybody's an independent contractor looking out for themselves, right? Because there's a message out there. The other team they're going to play they have an identity. They know who they are, and they're focused on ripping your head off.
Yep.
I want to be on the other. I don't want this independent contractor. One circus after another. One, every day, every week's another circus, another clown act. It's got to end. And then the content creators hyping up nothing. It just, the madness has got to end.
Yep.
And also, in getting rid of that front office, they need to get rid of these content creators and let the product on the field speak for itself. You don't need PR. Okay, sure, maybe you want to do campaigns outside of football. That's different. But as far as the product on the field, get a front office that puts together that product on the field.
Yep. Right. I mean, right now the Broncos, it's the equivalent for those of you who have a job. You go to your job and you work your ass off every day, and yet your coworkers who are lazy as fuck get favorable treatment from the management. That's exactly what is happening in Denver right now.
Well, that was what we were talking. That player was talking about.
Yep.
That was the culture. Yeah.
So workplaces like that are hostile. They're not productive, and they have a lot of turnover rate. What do the Broncos have right now?
Turnover rate. That's their culture.
Yep. So, yeah, that's the Broncos culture until that management is addressed, just like in those types of work environments, no matter where you're working, what field you're working in, until that management is gone, you're going to have the same problems no matter what or who comes into that building.
And you got to get management. You got to get football people that know what the fuck they're doing too. You can't just get, swinging for the retreads there either. That's not going to help you.
Nope. I don't want to see. They can't even afford to bring in retreads because that contract, when that hits, good luck. Yeah, no, it's bad. Broncos lose to the Jets this week badly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if they don't, shame on the Jets. Then you deserved every L. Deserve that L with a stamp on it.
If they don't, I'm making a rip in the Jets because I know they're better than that. So
yeah. All right, Bucket Man, are you gonna sign off with anything?
I don't want to hear from these Walmart general content creators that they knew that this Randy Gregory thing wasn't going to pan out and that he wasn't going to live up to the $70 million contract because you guys are wrong and you guys need to own it and that you guys are wrong. So I don't want to hear from these Walmart general content creators that we knew this all along. So enough with that.
I got the links because
that right tells me you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
They never know what they're talking about. They
shut the fuck up.
Office.
Just shut the fuck up. That's all I got to say. Just shut the fuck up, and I hope to God that those fucking front office people, the management, get fired because they need to go. They need to go. I'm not going to sugarcoat around the issue. They need to go.
There's more games to come. There are more games.
Harder games to come.
Well, it's not just harder.
Even Green Bay. Green Bay better than outside of Miami, any of the other three teams. Even Green Bay is tougher than the Raiders, tougher than the Commanders, tougher than the Chicago Bears. Even Green Bay could probably beat you. So good luck. Yeah, good luck. We'll see.
I'm just tired of these Walmart General fans saying that we knew this all along. No, the fuck you didn't.
Didn't I have receipts of Broncos?
I have receipts on all your asses.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be posting the links of what they said. And the reason they all said that is because they all said it because the content creators said that Gregory was the next coming of Von Miller. So
yeah, look how that turned out. DNVR, you morons. Go drink your fucking beer.
Yeah.
If you guys want to watch if you guys want to laugh, watch some good comedy, some good satire, go watch the Broncos Avenue's most recent podcast. I mean, like I like to.
I can't stand it. I can't listen to it. It's bullshit.
Clip them. That whole video, from start to finish, is just copium, just delusion. Well,
it's reflection of the front office. They get here's the script from the front office. They're hanging on Wilson. He's going to be MVP. You'll see. He's going to be okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, just like you guys are trying to put film out after I've been fucking owning your asses and have receipts on your asses because my film breakdown's supplanting everything that you guys are saying.
Well,
and I don't cherry pick either.
Theirs is cherry picked. I mean, Kruger.
Yeah, they're cherry pickers.
Yeah, Kruger.
They don't break down right. They don't look at the offensive line. They're like, this is a great play by Sutton. Oh, okay. What else do you have to say about it? All right. Well, how'd the offensive line do? How did Russell Wilson stay on the field? Who else was open? Who was a better option to throw to?
No, we don't think about that. Don't.
And whoever's and the people that to the people that are going to make new platforms to try and overtake us, good luck. Good luck to you because you guys are going to look more stupid than ever, dude. You already are.
When I watch film, it takes forever because I have to rewatch the same play like 5 times to look at all aspects.
Uploading it, it's fucking takes forever. Try editing it. It sucks.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get them working too hard, right? They just it's PR. It's just tell people what they want to hear, because in this day and age, that's all you can. People want to be lied to because they.
Yes. Make sure to turn off your phones. Make sure to turn off.
So much. Thank you for making me feel so good. Oh, thank you. And then it's like reality hits.
Yeah, make sure to turn off your phones in an hour so we don't have to hear that fucking alert system bullshit.
Yeah, a useless alert that nobody
asked for.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm turning off my phone so they can suck it.
Just another waste of taxpayer money. All right. That's it. I got.
All right, that's it. Brought to you by the Denver Broncos front office. Brought to you by Pfizer. So.
Brought to you from our parents' basement. Get out the trash. Mom, don't you see the on-air light still on? All right. See you later.
See you later.